Thank you for joining us today. Our purpose is to see young teens transition into adulthood with the skills of basic budgeting and money management. We are going to assist you in creating a personalized plan and provide the tools to help your teen develop basic money management skills. Let's start off by taking a look at the financial state of America's youth. The average college senior graduates with $4,100 of credit card debt. 82% carry balances, 60% were surprised at their balance, and 40% admit they charged items knowing they didn't have the money to pay the bill. 84% of undergrads said they wanted more information, 64% wished they had learned so in high school, and 40% as college freshmen. Young Americans now have the second highest rate of bankruptcy, aged 25 to 34. The average credit card indebted household in this age spends nearly 30% on debt payments of its income. Here's a bit of an overview of what your teen will be learning in their class. Working with your teen, we cover the basics of money management on 3 levels. From psychology, the relationship to impulse buying, and the 3 basic types of spending personalities that are affected by it. We go over the reasons behind a budget, why there is principles behind a purpose to every dollar, and the process for developing and refining a budget. We then proceed to talk about tracking. We go over the tool for monitoring and tracking your budget. We discuss companies like Biology, Inc., whose sole purpose it is to manipulate our subconscious to create impulse buying, and how disciplining yourself can keep you from spending unconsciously. Consciously leveraging the non-conscious, this is some serious manipulation. We open up the eyes to the types of money personalities. The free-spirited spender. The free-spirited spender doesn't think twice about buying things and buys a lot on impulse. They think they don't have to worry about paying for things, as it'll always work out in the long run. The obvious problem is, when there comes the time of shortage of money, they have to beg and borrow or have their credit ruined. This can be a very stressful way to live. The super saver. The super saver can be borderline a miser. The good news is they won't have to worry about getting in trouble with their credit ruined. The potential problem is they can miss out on doing fun things or using their hard-earned money for things and experiences they should enjoy and they deprive themselves of. The balance saver spender. The balance saver spender thinks about how they want to spend their money and also carve out enough for the rainy day. They have a plan and control their emotions to spend wisely, which allows them enjoyment of a lifestyle while reducing any stress of overspending. We ask them their knowledge on how credit works. Here are a few of the questions we ask.
If you make a purchase with a credit card, you have A, the same protection as if you used cash. B, additional protection. C, fewer responsibilities. The answer is B, additional protection. What is the safest way and offers the most protection when buying something online? A, check. B, credit card. C, debit card. Or D, either credit or debit. The answer is B, credit card. Justin's credit card is co-signed by his mother, and he does not pay his bill. A, Justin's credit report will not be affected. B, only his mother's credit report will be affected. C, both of their credit reports will be affected. The answer is C, both of their credit card reports will be affected. Banks, department stores, and credit card companies offer credit because A, credit helps people buy at a lower price. B, credit cards can be profitable to a business. C, the government requires them to offer and accept credit cards. The answer is B. Credit cards can be profitable to a business.
What is the best way to teach financial responsibility? There are certain things that most people can only learn by active involvement or hands-on experience. For example, you cannot play the violin unless you've had it in your hands and practiced sufficiently. We parents may be able to talk about budgets and wise money spending habits, but the actual process of mastering it is a process of learning it by practice. Letting them create a budget and helping them establish living by one gets them started on the right track. Before we get into the discussion of how to establish a budget for your teen, let's discuss the issue on whether parents should associate allowances with grades or chores. During our surveys, a 16-year-old high school student pointed out to us, we as students have 3 things going on in our lives. 1, getting good grades. 2, working a job. 3, having a social or sport life. Realistically, we only have time to pick out 2 of those 3. We get it that with homework, a sport, fine art, or other activity, there isn't much time left for anything else. The purpose of this allowance is for your teen to learn and practice money management. If you choose to add on financial rewards for good grades or extra chores, we think that adds to the experience of pay for hard work. But regardless, the base needs to be there for them to learn money management. With the help of your financial coach, you and your teen will reach a monthly dollar amount for them to manage through an established budget. This is achieved by having them obtain their own credit or debit card and establish their own budget app. The big key to monitoring this is sitting down with them once a month and see if they stayed on target budget and helping them understand how to use their card properly. We will teach both of you to use the mobile app so you will see how they are spending to help them keep on track. It'll be amazing for you to watch how they develop as their own money managers. One of the temptations during the next 3 months is to be looking over their shoulder during the month to see how they are spending. This is not the time to argue how they should spend their money. This is the time for them to learn how a budget works. If they make mistakes, it is much better that they do so while they are under your roof, and it becomes a teachable moment. Remember, this is only going to be a small amount from them to experiment and learn from. It's when you sit down at the specified time and go over their goals and budget is when to discuss how they are doing. The purpose of the exercise your financial coach is going to have you do is to create opportunity to have an ongoing financial management conversation with your teen and plant the seeds for their future financial management success. At this time, we would like to turn the mic over to your financial coach. It has been my pleasure to discuss monetary culture's philosophies with you.